Okay, so I know I just did a whole post about getting a job, and I am really, really excited about my job. But I realised I didn't really talk to you about like the most important bit, the salary. So I thought I should do another post about that. So understanding salaries in Israel. First of all, people get paid monthly salaries, and so when you ask how much a job is paid, they'll give you the monthly figure. So first of all, that sounds very confusing and everything sounds very, very low. So just to give you an idea, sort of like the lower end of the scale, you could earn sort of like 6,000 shekels a month, 7,000 shekels a month. Basically, if you can earn 10,000 shekels a month, you are like seriously comfortable here. In like, obviously not in like if you're a banker or an accountant or whatever, but in terms of like being an olah or an oleh or olim, sort of coming to Israel and taking a job that's not directly in the field that you have experience in, then really I would say you're going to look to earn between sort of 6 to 8, 9, 10 if you're really lucky, 10,000 shekels a month. So for me, coming in, obviously I'm an experienced fundraising professional, but I've decided to change careers. And so actually, well, first of all, the jobs I'm applying for, I didn't have a clue what the salary is, because another thing here is that they do not advertise salaries. So it's really hard to have any idea what a job can pay. So you have to apply based on thinking you're the right level for the job, and then looking at the job thinking, well, what could they pay? And it honestly could be anywhere between 6 to 8 or 9 or 10. And so basically, yeah, you have to go and everything's up for negotiation. That's how it is in Israel. So it really will depend on your experience, depend on the sort of bracket they're looking at. So yeah, you have to kind of be a bit ballsy when you go in to negotiate your salary. But the other thing I've learned here, and that's really from speaking to people and from hearing other people's experiences, that if you are not experienced in the field and you're new, you've not worked in Israel before, they're kind of like not inclined to put you at a high level or pay you a high salary. And they kind of have the philosophy of you need to sort of start at the bottom and work your way up, or at least earn your place. So yeah, so basically I had a figure in mind of what I was hoping to earn, and I haven't quite got that. But I've kind of taken the approach that I'm going to go in and prove myself, and then sort of I can say that, I'm worthy of earning the salary I want to earn. And also, yeah, if you compare the salary you earn here versus converting it into pounds, it will make you want to cry. So don't do that very much. And you have to, it's no good people saying, oh, so what's the equivalent of that in England? No, it just doesn't work like that here. So yeah, and also to give you an idea, so for renting, to live somewhere like half decent, in a flat share, you need to be paying kind of like 2,500 to 3,000, maybe a bit more shekels a month plus bills. So you've got to think, if you're earning 7,500 shekels a month, then really like half of your salary is going to go on rent, and the cost of living is very high here. Although as an olah or as olim, we do actually get tax breaks for the first 3 years, which is really, really important to know. So actually in the first year of work, you get 3 points towards a tax break, which basically means you pay very, very little, if not hardly any tax. And in the second year, you get 2 points towards a tax break, so you kind of start paying a third. And in the third year, you get 1 point towards a tax break, so you're paying 2/3, so that in your fourth year you're paying full tax. Now obviously that makes a huge difference. And then also I found out, which I actually didn't know, is that you actually get a little bit of rental assistance. So after your 13th month in Israel, you actually get 400 shekels towards your rent. Which is amazing. And actually they also just introduced a new rule. So when you arrive in Israel, you get 6 months of sal klita, like an allowance to help you set up your life. Then you have a break, and then in the 13th month you get this 400 shekels. Well, they've just introduced a new rule that says between month 6 and month 12 you actually get 200 shekels towards your rent. So I mean, obviously it's not loads, and it's really random, but every little helps, and that like really does make a big difference. So that's actually all right, but all in all, it's actually really hard. And actually, it's like you know what, you have to just accept that you're not going to earn what you were earning back home. But I'm okay with that, because actually I have changed industry. If I'd found a job in fundraising, I'm sure I would be earning more. But actually, this is all part of my adventure. I wanted to change my career, and I really feel like I've found something that hopefully it will work out, and this will be a new career for me. And I am prepared to take a lower salary and live, you know, within my means here. And actually, I wasn't really prepared to do that in London, and it wasn't really going to be possible in London, because, you know, I had my living, you know, the way I wanted to live my life, and my flat and my expenses and my car and all of these things. And the idea was to come here and be able to start fresh and try something new and not be too worried about the salary. Like, as long as I can earn enough to live and have a great time, that was the most important thing to me. So hopefully I will be able to earn more money soon, but at the moment it's absolutely fine, and I am excited and I am ready for this next step. And I think, you know, moving here, it's not about the money. Moving here, I mean, you know, I could have just stayed in London if that was the most important thing to me, but it's not, and I feel really good about this decision.